Hello friends, it has been a minute. Life has been crazy, but we're gonna do a garden tour, and I first want to show you some of my loofahs. I have a few going down the fence. You can see them right here. We got a whole bunch of them.
Big boy.
We got a big boy. We've got like one growing very kind of funky and twisty up here. So let's start out on my tomato bed like usual. You might notice a few more flowers here, kind of keep disappearing. It's kind of more that they're in the way, blocking things that are growing in the beds, because now I want things like my carrots and stuff to really start growing in here. And a lot of my zinnias are just getting crazy bug damage. So I'm kind of picking them as they go. Now I do have these few tomatoes left, and they are putting things off. These have quite a few blossoms on it. This guy right here, we've picked a few of them off. It's still slow going because we are hot. This week we were back in the high 90s. Do you see the butterfly? I see the butterfly. Do you see on the top of the zinnia right there? A beautiful butterfly. We've noticed tons of butterflies on our zinnias lately. But in here in the beds, what we have going on is some carrots, some stragglers. We do have a couple pumpkins, squashes. I haven't done things in here like I had planned, mainly because I'm going to have surgery soon. So I'm kind of keeping things manageable. But we do have zinnias. Look at that beautiful butterfly. And things are still growing. This San Marzano is still putting off tons of fruit, and I've just kind of let it grow over my little greenhouse. Now over here we have my lilies, some marigolds. These are two elderberries. You might remember I said I didn't know if they would grow. They are starting to sprout again. I'm hoping that means by next year we will have our own elderberries growing. These tomatoes here are kind of looking sad because we are going through another crazy heat wave. It's just part of fall here for us.
And the one loves tomatoes.
Yeah, he loves my tomatoes. But our squashes here are doing good. This one is starting already to put out flowers. These tomatoes, I need to come in here and pick them back up. It's just like a never-ending problem now that I've let them go wonky. But I do have in here a cucumber. And so I got one little guy down here. It is putting off tons of fruit. I'm just letting it climb the fence right here. It's just kind of partnering with this tomato. Okay, so this is my green stalk with all my peppers in it. I added a bunch of compost into each little pocket, and that has really helped bring back these peppers. Our growing season is so long, and to be honest, I don't know if next year I will do my peppers in this, because with the way our weather works, I kind of would like them in ground next year, but I do want to grow this many peppers. We're getting enough peppers consecutively that we're eating them fresh. Not enough to store, but plenty to eat fresh. I need to get in here and give these guys a little bit of something. They are just so lime green. They are all beans. You'll see our strawberries I planted here are just like died. Look at this. Nothing survived. I don't know if it's the plants. I don't know if it's the weather. It's fine. We will deal with it. But look at this guy here. This is Habaneros, and they are slowly turning orange. I can tell they're not as just stark green anymore. It's kind of exciting. We're gonna have habaneros. I don't necessarily love hot sauce, but I want to make a habanero peach sauce, so I'm very excited about that. In the next week or so, we are going to be pulling all of these sweet potatoes. I don't think I'm going to get the harvest I got last year. I got probably about 10 pounds. It's not a lot, but for what growing space we have, it's plenty. Blackberries are here. Honestly, we might rip out the blackberries here and move them on the other side of this fence where we have a patch of kind of not used grass to do that. But yeah, there's tons of spider webs right here. These sweet potatoes are really climbing the fence this year. So in this bed, not much has happened. I planted pumpkins. They have died. Things are just not doing good right now because of our weird weather flux. It's just not very exciting. In here I do have a couple peppers, one here, one on this other side, a cucumber, and like marigolds. Pretty soon all of this will get, you're gonna go by. Pretty soon all of this will get overhauled, and oh, that little guy, he fell over. You want to go set it? We'll set him in the front yard. Hold on to him for us, okay?
I'll put him in the wheelbarrow.
Pretty soon all of this will get overhauled because of fall planting. But down here I have my loofahs, and I have gone and just snipped the base. So what that's going to do, oh, I see another big spider web. Oh my gosh. So what that will allow is for all of my loofahs going down to just dry out. This next week we're supposed to have a week of no rain. So I kind of want my loofahs to mature, just because I am going to have surgery here soon and I'm not going to be able to get down and do too much. I want things to be in a place where I can kind of tell my husband what I need help with, and it will be easy. So I'm thinking, you know, like our root vegetables in here, it will be easy to weed, easy to pick, that kind of stuff. Oh goodness, there is a whole big spider web. Spider webs right now are the thing, but you can see here so much is just already dying. So I'm just gonna allow things to dry out so we can pick them, so I can get things cleaned up and we can get moved on and ahead of my surgery. So here are my Birdhouse Gourds. I have snipped its root just the same as a loofah. So I have 3 of them. I have 3 there, and I have about 10 loofahs, which is exciting. All right, go baby. And then next up I have, ooh, you got it? Take a spin. Next up I have my little okra in the front. This okra here is like probably almost 10 feet tall already. It's just crazy. They are growing. They are putting off a ton. This year I'm not doing so much okra fresh. I am just letting them go, and I am dehydrating them, and we'll save them for later. Oh yeah, leave the bean go. So these are growing. I did put some beans here on the fence, and I'm allowing kind of them to trellis here on my fence.
Oh, here's one I can pick.
Yeah, you can eat that bean. We have beans in here along with some zinnias and cosmos. They are just filling out, and we are slowly getting some baby beans. So they'll just start growing, but I'm noticing so much bug damage. I thought things would be better. They're just not quite yet. You can see here we have some hungry caterpillars going on. But this right here is what I'm excited for. This is like my tester spot. This is quinoa. So these little guys here, and they are doing so good. You can see these here. Ooh, they are slowly developing. And these are a rainbow quinoa, so they're supposed to be very colorful. So just excited. Now you might have seen up here, I have my little fence baskets. With life, I've just let them go. And they are crispy, but it's okay. We will deal with them another day. I've had so much grow in them already that I am not mad. It's just I'm picking and choosing what is growing right now. Oh my gosh, I missed that okra.
Is that curved one?
It curved. Well, I'm gonna have to come back and pick more okra. We're also at the stage where picking okra every day. I don't know if you can see this little curved guy. Missed him. This little bed here is one of my last kind of zinnia spots for the front. Zinnias, marigolds, things are looking rough. It's just the time of year we're at. So there is that. I do have a black-eyed Susan, Rebecca here I got from a local nursery. And you'll notice I have tons of cabbage and broccoli. A local nursery here had cabbages for 50 cents. So I grabbed a bunch. Another local place, yeah, find a little spot in there for him, babe. Had broccoli. So we have some broccoli, some cauliflower, cabbages, tomatoes, borage, artichokes, calendula, and then other starts. This one got a little waterlogged. We're going to have to dump that guy out in just a bit. They're all over here in the shade, hanging out in just a bit of water because we are in like...
little guy I had in my wheelbarrow.
Yeah, thank you. We are like 90 plus for this week, so they're going to wait wait till hopefully next week
Mama, get
to
your
plant. Oh yeah, here is a loofah that we picked. We are letting him fully dry out just here in the shade with a nice breeze. But here in the front, I added a few things. So we have my lemon balm and a mum, and then another mum and things. My blueberry, our lime tree. We've been picking limes off this lime tree pretty regularly. We picked, what, 5 limes yesterday? Blueberry, my mint. This is catmint and salvia. These poor zinnias are just not thriving with the heat we've been having. So I have a lot of herbs here. They are doing good because they are in the shade. There is another spider. Just spiders galore right now. So everything is growing great. Over here, I did plant some salvia and it is starting to bloom. And it is just gorgeous and beautiful. This front bed is always one that drives me nuts. So I have the salvia and I have some thyme in here. My oregano I bought just did not work. There's a local nursery here that I am not always in love with their plants. So I think I'm gonna find some other herbs to add in here and keep. I've noticed some of the herbs that do best here are like dill. So I might try to see if I could get some dill started for this year. Now you might notice this bed, things are pretty clear. I've gone through and I've picked like all the tomatillos, a lot of the cosmos and zinnias. I've left a few, but things were just not growing well. They were infested with, especially the tomatillos, hornworms, and they were just eating them clean, and they were just falling over so much with the weather that when we mowed, they were struggling. So what I did is I cleared them out, and I'm going to plant all the cabbages and broccoli up here. I do have some okra growing here. I might honestly cut this okra down so we have more room for cabbages.
Mama, I was checking on her.
But here's another okra bloom. Goodness gracious, I love okra blooms. And then here is some beautiful autumn beauty sunflowers.
Red sunflowers.
But nothing is really here right now.
Our bluebirds.
Ooh, little lizard. And then over here, I do have a lone cosmo, my cone flowers, bee balm, a little parsley guy who's getting half under here. I do need to come out here and like just blow all these leaves out, but they're also working as good mulch right now with how hot it is. Part of me is not quite yet. Our crepe myrtles are losing their leaves pretty good already, which is almost a little surprising. On the back side of our fence, we also have a couple loofahs growing. So in the next week when all this dies back, all of this will be cleared. I bet my neighbor will like me a whole lot more. There's a look at my garden right now. I know it's not overly exciting. Not a lot of things are happening. Really expect my loofahs. I look at this and I feel kind of disappointed about things like, why didn't I get more tomatoes? Why didn't I get this? Why didn't I get that? But then yesterday I picked 2 baskets worth of stuff and my dehydrator is full and going right now. So I can't be mad. We got loofahs, which was just a big experiment this year, and Birdhouse Gourds. I planted 1 Birdhouse Gourd seed and I got 3. So I'm excited for them to die and dry out, and then we could have them. I know not all of the loofahs and things are fully mature. I could probably let them go a whole lot longer, but by the root of the vine, so much is dying anyways, and just with life gonna happen, I figured, you know what, let's just naturally let them dry out this week. We can harvest them, clean up things. There's just a lot of cleanup that needs to happen in the garden so we can start flipping things to be fall. I'm very excited to plant like calendula. I've been trying to grow it all spring, but I think it's a plant that likes the cooler weather, almost like chamomile. Chamomile here is not a spring plant for us, and I think 3 years in a row I have learned that. So I know next year going in chamomile. Oh, you're gonna let me eat the ground cherry? Oh, we do have a ground cherry out front by our blueberries. There is that, which is exciting. Just one, thank you. So we're getting a few stragglers every now and then. It's just kind of fun. But that's everything that's happening here in our garden. I will start sharing some more kitchen things and stuff soon. So get ready because you'll never know what we're gonna make for dinner. So thank you guys for joining me at my garden. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.